Hello everybody and welcome to Vlogmas day number 9. For those of you who know me, welcome back, and for those of you who don't, I'm Pia and I'm your host for all things luxe. On today's video, I am getting ready for a little holiday slash birthday slash the most exciting part, surprise party. One of my girlfriends recently had her birthday and she thinks we all didn't make much of it. Her husband's actually got a very nice surprise for her tonight and we're all going to her place later to celebrate her, dance a little bit, drink a little bit more and do all that fun stuff that we do on birthdays. And now because it's very close to Christmas, everyone's putting a little bit more on that festive mood that we normally would. On this video, I'll be sharing with you how I got this makeup look done today, which is a little bit festive and it's what I personally think I'll be doing again during dinner time in Christmas. And so this birthday today was the perfect occasion to test out the Christmas trial makeup. For creating this look, I used products from all of my fave brands such as Victoria Beckham Beauty, Hermès Beauty, Bobbi Brown, Rodial, Tom Ford and Charlotte Tilbury. I hope you'll enjoy it. Don't forget to send me a picture on Instagram if you do recreate it at home. And now without any further ado, let's pass into the makeup part. My skin's pre-moisturized since this morning with La Prairie Skin Caviar Luxe Cream. However, because like I said, this is a party and I do hope to stay up a little bit later than usual. I need a makeup to hold all day and night because it's currently only 2:30 p.m. and I'm doing makeup for a party that starts at 8 p.m. So I'm gonna do an extra layer of the vitamin enriched base face, which is basically a combination between a face cream and a primer as well. Now let's hit it real OG YouTube in here and say that this is gonna help make my makeup last all day and night. But jokes aside, it really will. Not forget the neck. It should come as no surprise that I'm using the Hermès Plein Air Natural Enhancing Complexion Balm as my foundation. I have 0 grams of fake tan on me, and hence the color I've gone for is Chambre number 40, which is a pretty good match to my winter color. Continuing with my complexion, I'm gonna move on to the Bobbi Brown Skin Full Cover Concealer, which counts with this little well applicator that allows me to place the right amount of makeup on the under eye area, which is a little bit extra tired than usual with this one woman show Vlogmas series. Now with my pre-dampened beauty blender, I'm just gonna blend that in there and apply a little bit of it on my eyelid because there's no priming step on my eyelid coming later. Now to continue on the real OG YouTube theme vibe, I am in no way, shape or form a professional makeup artist. I am a professional makeup enthusiast. And this is just how I get ready. Because the event will take place at night time, I do want my under eyelids to look a little bit more luminous because I'll obviously won't be benefiting from this type of sunlight, or more like a gray light because there's not really sunshine today. I'm gonna do a couple of drops of the Rodial Banana Low Lighter, which is like sunlight packed on a bottle. Couple dots on the inner corner and then a tiny line this way. Blend, blend, blend. I'm so excited about tonight. What else is there on the agenda for today? I don't think I'll be vlogging other than this get ready with me for this episode of Vlogmas, but on today's agenda, we've been taking care of the Christmas menu because my husband and I are the ones hosting this year, same as last year. So I'm so excited to receive all the family in the house. And because it's a couple of days ordeal, we need to make sure everything's fine-tuned and planned and which day what needs to be bought. We actually cook everything from scratch ourselves. So that also takes a couple of extra days into the planning. But to be honest, it's planning that I do with so much pleasure because having the family over for the holidays is definitely one of my favorite times of the year. Get to make up a nice table, play around with a little bit of acte de la table, all that jazz. Love it. But in order not to have to worry about anything in the preparation, fail to prepare and then you shall prepare to fail. And we organize everything to the beat, which the day when you have a lot of people doing random things, running around, all that jazz in the house, it makes it a lot easier to just go with the flow because you know everything's taken care of. Everyone knows what tasks they need to take care of. And by everyone, I mean hubby and I. And it just makes the whole hosting experience a lot more delightful in my opinion. At least for an organizational freak like me. All right, enough boring you with my festivities preparation. I'm gonna move on to eyebrows now. The one I've been using practically throughout all 2023 is my Dior Show Brow Styler with a little thin pencil at the tip, which probably just broke. It's still alive. That speaks to the quality of this pencil. The reason I particularly love this one is because it's got a retractable pencil. I mean, a little bit less work. You never have to sharpen them. It just makes life a little bit easier on an everyday basis, doesn't it? As we have previously established, I've got distant cousins and not sisters. So I'm going to move on to applying a little bit of the Brow Fix by Charlotte Tilbury, which is a very lightweight clear gel. Will help keeping them in place throughout all the dancing I hope I will be doing later. The slightest bit will go a long way. Right, let's pass into the eyes. I'm gonna start off with my absolute favorite color of all 2023 for the crease, the Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeshadow stick in the shade Pecan, which to me generates the perfect transition color for the crease. And because my eyes are a little bit hooded, it helps to create a little bit of definition and open up my eye as well. It's also really easy to apply, or at least the technique I use on myself. I'll just go in and do two very informal applications like that. And then with the blending brush, I just push it on the crease. And I promise you in under 15 seconds, that's done. And that's why this product by Victoria Beckham has been an absolute favorite of mine on this year. For the eyeshadow, I'm gonna dive into the Ombre Mordoré, which is an eyeshadow palette that one of my girlfriends gifted me for my birthday. And I've been waiting for a little bit of a special occasion to take it out before I incorporate it into my everyday routine. I'm gonna start off by applying the champagne shade in here with a little flat brush all over my lid. I love this! I'm literally pressing the slightest bit in there and it's packed and there's no fallout. This satin shade might have just become my favorite one. What a statement. With the same blending brush that I had blended before the crease color, I'm gonna go in there and kind of blend the edges between the two shadows in here. It might look like a little bit too much, but I think at nighttime, no, I don't care. I think I even want it for daytime. Such a nice, festive, kind of uplifting shade. If I was doing a beige lipstick, I would have probably gone for this burgundy shade, which would marry this dark green jumpsuit that I'm actually gonna wear tonight very, very nicely. But because I'm gonna do a focus on the lippy, I think I'm gonna stop there for the eyeshadow this time. Now, something else that's great about this eyeshadows is that you can exchange the pan inside of it once you've done, and you can just buy the refills for them. On the same way as I had shown you that you can do with their highlights and their bronzers as well as their blushes. Back to Victoria Beckham for a hot minute. I'm gonna use the Satin Kajal eyeliner in the shade Cocoa to do a tiny bit of a wing outside. These ones are super creamy, they glide on like a dream, and they're super easy to blend. So I basically do this in two steps. I first applied a little bit on the outer fifth, on the outer fifth of my eye, which I then blended with this little angled brush. For bronzer today, I'm gonna go with one of my absolute favorites, the Terracotta Bronzer by Guerlain. This one's actually my summer shade, which is Moyenne Dorée number 3. So I'm gonna have to go in with a very light hand. I never really contour my nose, but I have started lately to apply just a slight drop of bronzer like that and like that with this very same brush. With a very light hand, I'll go into this Charlotte Tilbury bronzing palette, which I'm in the shade number 2, by the way. And then I go like that on the sides of the nose. And I do that because I think it makes the highlight of my nose later look a little bit cuter, or at least that's what I tell myself. For highlighting my face, I'm gonna start off with Corail Mojave from Hermès, which is the most sublime, highly pigmented trio combination of highlights that you can either mix in your brush and apply all together, or you can pick one of the 3 shades in there. I personally like to mix the 2 dark ones towards the outside and then save the pearly one for like really high point highlights. I like that it goes into a cohesive blend with the bronzer I had applied before. A little bit more on the tip of the nose. And then for that extra holiday sparkle, I'm gonna go into the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Duo palette and pick a little bit of that champagne highlight, which I think will marry very nicely with the Hermès eyeshadow I used earlier. Indeed, they can be friends. This is the one I'll use to top up my Cupid's bow as well. Put a little bit under the brow bone. I like to go in with a really, really nice big fluffy brush and blend everything together so it doesn't look like streaks of makeup that I applied in different places of my face, more like colors just dancing around together in harmony, playing on my face. This actually works. For mascara, I'm trying on a new one today. This one's also from the latest Hermès releases, and the bristles are shaped into an H, which is supposed to help define and volumize the lashes. Honestly, they've nailed it. Yes. Yes, yes. First impression, very easy to apply. Definitely one of those subtle mascaras, which is very on point with the DNA of the brand, opting for something with a subtle finish rather than a really out there finish. Personally, this is how I like my mascaras, as you all in here already know. So I am chuffed to bits with this one. I am certain that if you're somebody that likes a little bit more volume and quantity of product in your eyelashes, you can definitely build it up, but I'm just gonna leave it at one coat today. Loving the application with it. It's very ladylike type of finish, I would say. This one's definitely passing from the products to test drawer into the daily makeup drawer. Now for lips, I'm going to use this one by Tom Ford. The gorgeous color in a sort of pinky rosy that's a little bit more muted. A deeper pink and a deeper green combined for the holiday period are always one of my absolute favorite combinations to do. I think it's still festive, but it comes out a little bit more elegant in my opinion than the obvious red and green choice. I'm gonna put everything together with this Ambre Nargila perfume. Just a couple of spritz. Spritz, spritz, spritz. And that is the finished look. You may appreciate the total look in here, and I'm going to have to let you go because I just received a message that my new boots have just arrived to Hermès, and I really want to go and pick them up because they'll be the perfect complement to finish off this look. I went for a very subtle ton sur ton leather belt from Hermès as well, with a yellow gold hardware knotted buckle. And then my hair, I just styled it with my Dyson Airwrap. I hope you will have enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you're not done watching, I'll leave you a couple more in here so you can binge a little bit more. See you on the next one. Bye!